That money to the IRS.
How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes.
Floyd Mayweather, one of the most recognizable names in boxing and a symbol of luxury and success, is currently facing a wave of legal and financial controversies that have sparked major discussion across the boxing community. Reports surrounding recent developments have drawn significant attention, placing the undefeated champion under intense public scrutiny. Known for building a massive fortune through his achievements in the ring and his business ventures outside of it, Mayweather now finds himself dealing with allegations that could impact his reputation and raise new questions about the way his financial affairs have been handled. As the situation continues to unfold, both fans and critics are closely watching to see what comes next.
And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell.
Floyd Mayweather is currently facing a major legal battle involving a multi-million-dollar RICO lawsuit filed by Miami jeweler Leonard Sadoff. The lawsuit alleges that Mayweather and his company, the Money Team, TMT, engaged in several wrongful acts, including fraud, civil conspiracy, breach of contract, unjust enrichment, and civil theft. According to the claims, Mayweather purchased luxury items such as high-end watches, a diamond necklace, and a ring, but allegedly failed to pay the full amount, leaving millions of dollars outstanding. The jeweler has reportedly submitted evidence, including text messages, to support the allegations. This case adds to a series of legal and financial disputes that have followed Mayweather over the years, including previous claims involving unpaid debts and financial disagreements. The situation has become even more complicated due to separate allegations of money laundering, although details remain limited and the claims have yet to be proven. Reports have also linked Mayweather to a financial dispute in Dubai, where he was allegedly delayed over an unpaid obligation to a local businessman before the matter was eventually resolved. Together, these controversies have intensified public scrutiny and raised fresh questions about his financial affairs, despite his reputation as one of the wealthiest athletes in sports history.
I found out from a source, Floyd Money Mayweather can't leave Dubai because him and his sidekick, they had stole millions of jewelry last time they was out in Dubai. So when he try to leave, it's gonna run through the system and they gonna arrest his ass. So that's why Floyd Money Mayweather.
These ongoing legal and financial controversies have created growing uncertainty around Floyd Mayweather, a figure who has dominated the boxing world for years, both inside and outside the ring. Through his promotional company, the Money Team, he has played an important role in the business side of modern boxing, but the allegations surrounding him have raised concerns about what could happen if they result in major financial penalties or legal setbacks. Many fans and industry insiders are now questioning whether Mayweather can overcome these challenges without lasting damage to his reputation and business interests. While the future remains unclear, the situation marks a very different kind of fight for a man who spent his career avoiding defeat in the ring. Adding another layer to the story, some believe that parting ways with longtime associate Leonard Ellerbe may have been a costly decision, as Ellerbe has since spoken publicly about Floyd and offered insight into the inner workings of his promotional operation.
You don't think Twitter holds a lot of substance, but did you see some of the rumors flying around about Leonard might be leaving Mayweather Promotions?
Man, I don't listen to none of that stuff. I'm doing what I do. I'm doing what I do.
Is there any truth to any of that?
No.
That's a resounding no.
According to reports, the growing rift between Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather was largely connected to Ellerbe's close relationship with Gervonta Davis following Davis's departure from Mayweather Promotions. The situation became even more complicated as tensions reportedly increased between Ellerbe and Floyd, with claims from Jeff Mayweather suggesting that Floyd pressured Ellerbe to choose a side. In a recent interview, Ellerbe reportedly supported several of those claims and discussed his role in managing the ongoing conflict between Floyd and Davis. According to the allegations, disputes over money played a major part in the fallout, with claims that Davis believed he was owed a substantial amount from his time under Mayweather Promotions. Ellerbe was said to have acted as a mediator to prevent the disagreement from escalating into legal action. Reports further claim that Davis considered filing a lawsuit after his victory over Frank Martin, and that these tensions contributed to Floyd's decision to part ways with Ellerbe. At the same time, Mayweather has continued to face legal scrutiny, including a lawsuit filed by Miami jeweler Leonard Sulaimanoff, which names both Floyd and Tyga over allegations involving unpaid jewelry transactions dating back to late June.
What I'm doing right now, that's what I do every day. Shop. I remember like a couple bucks. Greg, come with me. I didn't get these. Yeah. I did?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Don't give a fuck. We make the death stuff.
According to court filings, Leonard Sulaimanoff, owner of Lenzo & Co., filed a lawsuit in federal court in Miami on August 3, alleging violations under the RICO Act, along with claims of fraud, civil conspiracy, breach of contract, civil theft, and other related offenses. Sulaimanoff alleges that he sold several luxury items, including an Audemars Piguet watch, 2 Richard Mille watches, a Patek Philippe watch, a rose gold Rolex Presidential Day Date, a diamond ring, and a necklace, but did not receive complete payment for the transaction. The lawsuit also names rapper Tyga, who reportedly faces separate allegations involving an unpaid Rolex watch. In addition, the complaint accuses Floyd Mayweather and his company, the Money Team, of using deceptive and unfair business practices to acquire jewelry without paying the full agreed amount. Sulaimanoff claims that although he received 2 initial payments, the remaining balance was never paid, despite repeated discussions and attempts to resolve the matter through representatives. As a result, he alleges that millions of dollars remain outstanding and is seeking legal remedies through the courts.
Reports online that Floyd's a billionaire.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. They're claiming he was doing $100 million a fight, and I'm claiming he in his whole career has made about 100.
This is not the first time in recent months that Floyd Mayweather has found himself involved in a multi-million-dollar legal dispute. Earlier this year, Eduardo Martinez filed a lawsuit claiming that he was assaulted by members of Mayweather's security team during an incident at a Yard House restaurant in Los Angeles. Martinez alleged that he was recording Mayweather when the boxer noticed him and instructed security to intervene, leading to a confrontation that allegedly became physical and included an attempt to take his phone. He is seeking millions of dollars in damages, citing physical injuries, emotional distress, humiliation, and mental suffering. More recently, Miami jeweler Leonard Sulaimanoff filed a separate lawsuit against Mayweather and the Money Team, accusing them of RICO violations, fraud, civil conspiracy, breach of contract, unjust enrichment, and civil theft. The lawsuit also names rapper Tyga in connection with an alleged unpaid Rolex purchase. According to the complaint, the defendants engaged in unfair and deceptive practices to obtain luxury watches and jewelry without paying full value. Sulaimanoff claims that during meetings in Miami Beach, he sold Mayweather several expensive items, including multiple luxury watches, a diamond ring, and a diamond necklace, but received only partial payment before Mayweather left the city. He further alleges that confidentiality measures were requested during the meetings and that he secretly recorded evidence of the transaction. These allegations surfaced around the same time that Leonard Ellerbe made comments regarding the disappointing financial performance of Mayweather's exhibition bout against John Gotti III, adding even more attention to the growing controversy surrounding the boxing icon.
The Mayweather Gotti thing yesterday. So John Gotti, the mobster, his grandson,
the brawl.
he was holding. So Floyd is just piecing him up. You know, I mean, even at 46, he's the greatest of all time. And this kid is really an MMA fighter. He's a tough guy. He caught Floyd a couple times, some little shots. But mostly he's just getting boxed up. Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. But he was holding on quite a bit and wouldn't let go and was trying to like hold and clinch and hit, which is something you can do in MMA. So he's protecting himself from Floyd, but he's not letting go. And so Kenny Bayless gets tired of him not listening and not letting go, and he pushes him off and he says, "That's it, I'm stopping this fight. That's it. You won't listen to me, I am calling this fight." So he goes crazy and gets away from Kenny Bayless and just starts wailing punches at Floyd. Look at this, Floyd catches him on a counter right there. Bang!
According to comments attributed to Leonard Ellerbe, Floyd Mayweather may have overestimated the financial success of his exhibition bout, with Ellerbe claiming that the earnings from the event would fall well short of covering his reported financial obligations. These remarks sparked significant debate among boxing fans, especially because Mayweather continues to publicly display a lavish lifestyle despite ongoing rumors about financial pressures. Many supporters criticized Ellerbe for speaking publicly about matters they believe should have remained private, while others viewed his comments as insight into growing tensions behind the scenes. The relationship between the former associates appears to have deteriorated over time, particularly after Gervonta Davis left Mayweather Promotions. Reports suggest that Ellerbe initially remained silent regarding controversies involving Floyd, but later became more vocal as their relationship worsened. Additional claims have alleged that Ellerbe has cooperated with authorities by providing information related to Mayweather's activities and assets, further deepening the divide between the two sides. The situation has also drawn attention from figures such as Oscar de la Hoya, adding another chapter to the ongoing disputes and speculation surrounding Mayweather's financial and business affairs.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate...
Recent public appearances by Floyd Mayweather led some people to believe that earlier claims made by Gervonta Davis were inaccurate or exaggerated. However, according to statements attributed to Leonard Ellerbe, the situation was more serious than many realized. Ellerbe claimed that Mayweather faced significant financial difficulties while in Dubai, and that restrictions were placed on him until certain financial matters were resolved. Drawing on his experience as the former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Ellerbe stated that he was aware of developments involving Floyd before much of the information became public. Reports and rumors surrounding the situations suggested that Mayweather had accumulated substantial debts and was dealing with major financial obligations while continuing to maintain the luxury lifestyle for which he is known. Additional speculation claimed that his assets and accounts were affected, limiting his financial flexibility during that period. Although many of these allegations remain unverified and details are still disputed, the controversy fueled widespread discussion within the boxing community. Supporters questioned the credibility of the claims, while critics pointed to them as evidence that long-running concerns about Mayweather's finances may have been more serious than previously believed. The debate intensified further when Davis and others publicly repeated allegations about Floyd's financial condition, turning the story into one of the most talked about controversies in boxing.
You know, and Floyd was that guy, you know, and the two worlds collided, and we used that as a platform for Floyd to go on to become the biggest star in the sport. This one's different because, you know, social media.
For years, Leonard Ellerbe rarely spoke publicly about problems involving Floyd Mayweather. But according to recent claims, growing concerns eventually brought more details into the open. Reports from former associates alleged that Floyd encountered financial and business disputes in Dubai after commitments related to boxing events and other transactions became complicated. Some claims suggest that disagreements over money, failed deals, and outstanding obligations contributed to a difficult situation that drew the attention of local authorities. Former insiders have also alleged that Mayweather accumulated significant debts through various activities and was forced to address those issues before resolving his situation. While many of these allegations remain disputed and unverified, they have fueled speculation about his financial condition. Despite continuing to display wealth and maintain a luxury lifestyle, reports claim that increasing financial pressure has forced him to reassess parts of his business portfolio, including discussions about selling certain assets. After returning to the spotlight, Mayweather announced another exhibition bout against John Gotti III, while fresh questions continued to circulate regarding his finances. The controversy expanded further when Dana White commented on separate disputes involving Mayweather and Logan Paul, adding even more attention to the ongoing debate surrounding the boxing legend's business affairs and financial obligations.
A lot of people always bring up the fighter pay with the UFC, but isn't Logan complaining right now that he didn't get his checks from Floyd? Is that like a boxing issue versus a boxing thing?
You don't ever hear that coming out.
To this day,
you hear a guy going, "Oh, I want to make $30 million. I didn't get paid enough." You don't ever hear guys going, "Yeah, they didn't pay me yet," ever.
Is that like a boxing issue?
Well, here's what happens when you go in and you do these fights. And you make them, and Hunter, correct me if I'm wrong. You do these fights that are exhibitions or whatever. The commission isn't overseeing it. So let's say I did a fight with Mike. I got Mike fighting, Francis or something. The athletic commission gets the money up front, so they pay the fighters. They don't have to wait for. That was the big problem in the past, is that these boxing promoters would come in and they wouldn't make as much money as they thought they were going to do, so they would stiff the fighters and not pay the guys. And that's why these regulations are in place in these different states. And that's why, I don't want to shit on any of the other states, but you want to fight in like Nevada or California, these guys that have strong.
In a surprising development, Floyd Mayweather appeared to signal a shift in his investment strategy by focusing more heavily on real estate. However, comments from Leonard Ellerbe raised questions about the timing of these moves, noting that several of Mayweather's properties had reportedly been available for sale for some time. The decision attracted attention because Floyd is widely known for holding an extensive real estate portfolio valued at hundreds of millions of dollars, including luxury mansions, high-end commercial properties, and interests in major developments. Through social media, Mayweather explained that years of hard work had allowed him to build generational wealth and accumulate dozens of mortgage-free properties across the United States. He stated that he was considering selling select assets, not because he was stepping away from real estate, but because he wanted to reinvest in a broader range of opportunities and diversify his holdings. According to Floyd, his investment philosophy has evolved beyond luxury properties toward a more balanced and expansive portfolio. Despite these explanations, the sales sparked speculation among critics who questioned whether the move was purely strategic or connected to broader financial pressures. Throughout the discussion, Mayweather continued to highlight his enormous career earnings, successful business ventures, and long-term commitment to building wealth. At the same time, renewed criticism from former protege Gervonta Davis added further attention to the ongoing controversies surrounding the boxing legend and his financial affairs.
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point.
Gervonta Davis was once viewed as the standout fighter under the guidance of Floyd Mayweather, rapidly rising through the boxing ranks, winning world titles, and establishing himself as one of the sport's biggest stars. However, their relationship gradually deteriorated as Davis became increasingly dissatisfied with how his career and personal affairs were being managed. The disagreement eventually became public, with Davis openly criticizing Mayweather in interviews and on social media, accusing him of being overly controlling and prioritizing financial interests over what was best for his long-term development. The tension ultimately led to Davis separating from Mayweather Promotions and taking greater control of his own career. As legal and financial controversies surrounding Mayweather continued to attract attention, Davis remained outspoken, with reports suggesting that he privately questioned some of Floyd's business practices. Although no public evidence has been presented to support many of these allegations, Davis's comments have fueled further debate about Mayweather's affairs. For many observers, Davis's willingness to challenge a figure as influential as Floyd reflects his desire to establish his own identity in boxing and distance himself from the influence of his former mentor, while supporters view it as an effort to speak openly about issues he believes he witnessed during his time with the promotion.
Floyd left Bob Arum. It's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not gonna elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just gonna say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be his own.
The comments made by Gervonta Davis have added even more attention to the ongoing controversies surrounding Floyd Mayweather. Because Davis was once one of Floyd's closest fighters and proteges, his criticisms have generated significant discussion throughout the boxing world. Some observers believe that allegations coming from someone with first-hand experience could attract interest from investigators if supporting evidence ever emerges, while others caution that claims alone are not proof of wrongdoing. Beyond the legal questions, Davis's remarks have also sparked a broader conversation about the relationship between established promoters and young fighters, particularly when business interests become intertwined with mentorship. Many fans and analysts are now debating whether the traditional mentor-protege model in boxing always serves the best interests of rising athletes. As Mayweather continues to face public scrutiny, the fallout from his split with Davis remains a major talking point. For Davis, speaking out represents a clear effort to move beyond his past association with Floyd and continue building a legacy based on his own accomplishments and decisions within the sport.
And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, You'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this.
Deal, he don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And y'all just, and I'm just releasing
It's
it on
exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap. It's a lot of bread.
You'll see.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of the other videos appearing on your screen right now for more stories, updates, and exclusive content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.